It has been way too long since I made one of these videos. What is up, my seafood friends, and welcome to r/vaxxhappened. I'm your host, Dr. Fishsticks, and Vax Happened is the best of anti-vaxxers, or the worst of anti-vaxxers, depending on how you look at it. Also, I have a Discord server now. Invite link is in the description and in my About page. So, join that if you want to. I have a lot of cool stuff. But anyways, let's get into it. Behold, the mass toilet and sewage rollout. Everyone's health will be better protected if we no longer relieve ourselves in the streets. Wait, is this gonna be compulsory? What if a spider bites me on the arse? I saw in Village Book that surrendering one's private parts to the devil's mouth will lead to infertility. What about my freedom to dump wherever I please? I don't be forced into some government cubicle. My bottom, my choice. Can you tell how much fun I had doing the voices for that? Am I an uneducated imbecile prone to conspiracy theory? No. No, it's the doctors who are wrong. Flu shots in space. First off, before I get to the anti-vax part, why does it look like that? Ooh, I don't like that. It's like it's pooling under his skin. It's like trench foot. Ugh. Anyways, two of the biggest hoaxes of all time in one. Space and vaccines. Gotta love their dedication to fooling the ignorant masses. I wonder if he's truly in space. That's how my mind works. What do you mean? That's how my mind... What? That's how my mind works. You just question... What? Huh? What do you mean? You were the victim of a genocide in the Third Reich. I am not allowed in the cinema because I choose not to get vaccinated. We are the same. Is that Gus from Breaking Bad? I don't care about your political beliefs. If you walk among us unvaccinated, you are an enemy. You don't have the right to go through a red light or smoke in a building. I hate this whole delusional, evil idea that you get to do whatever you want because of your rights and the rest of the world be damned. Gene Simmons. At the risk of sounding extremely unfunny, based Gene Simmons, question mark? My husband and I would be considered the least educated out of our friend group. You know it's gonna be a banger tweet when someone opens with that. The rest have bought into this entire thing, and yet this is what they want. Us to believe the educated people know more and are protecting the people by getting the shot. You opened by, stating that you're the dumbest in your friend group. Why did you do that? I know it's like, oh, they're calling us stupid because, we're not getting the shot. It's because you're stupid. Alright, so one thing about, r/Vax Happened is that it's mostly memes about anti-vaxxers. So instead, I'm going to go on to various subreddits that are either showing real anti-vaxxer posts or unironic anti-vax stuff. So let's see how this goes. Also, I'll put the names of the subreddits in the corner. Today at the store, I saw someone check the ingredients on some soup. She must be an anti-fooder since she doesn't blindly trust the company that made the product to decide what's best for her body. These anti-fooders are dangerous and put the rest of us at risk. Oh my god, there are so many reasons why this is dumb, and I'm going to get into some of them right now. Everything is, extremely regulated. Food, vaccines, they're all extremely regulated. There's so many tests done to make sure they're safe. People aren't just gonna, release an unsafe product and be like, ooh, oopsie daisies. Also, why would you be checking the, vaccine ingredients? You don't know what those chemicals do. I can guarantee you don't know what those chemicals do. Do you know who does, though? Doctors and the people who approved and made the vaccines. Literally everybody is telling you it's safe, and then one whack job is like, oh, vaccines are the devil, and you're just like, sounds about right to me. We also got some comments. I'm not going to read all of this one because it's 4 paragraphs. Brilliant. This is the best analogy in the context I've seen so far. That's all I'm going to read because this is already the dumbest comment I've ever seen. No, it's not a good analogy because do you know what happens? Do you know what happens when you don't buy food? Nothing. It doesn't affect anybody else other than yourself. When you don't get vaccinated, that affects other people. You're dumb. And then we get some sensible people. false equivalency, and a straw man at the same time. Nice. Honestly, it makes me sad that a real person took time out of their day to make this post. Oh god, same. And here's someone saying like roughly what I was mentioning. Right, because bad food habits are contagious? Do masks prevent diabetes? Jesus, frick you anti-maskers will reach the farthest depths of depravity just to justify being complete deplorable imbeciles. LOL, how the frick are unvaccinated people creating variants? That's like saying antibiotic-resistant bacteria are created by people who don't take antibiotics. So, time for a science lesson with Fishsticks. What a COVID vaccine does is it mostly stops COVID from reproducing as quick as it would in an unvaccinated person. So, when an unvaccinated person gets COVID, it reproduces at an alarming rate, much increasing the chance of a mutation. And when some unlucky fella gets a mutation that makes it invulnerable to COVID shots, that gets spread, and that's the one that survives. You imbecile. Here's my source if anyone wants to read it. What happens to confidence in public health in USG if ivermectin turns out to be safe and effective for COVID, and the genetic vaccines turn out to have significant safety issues? This looks like a very plausible scenario from where I sit. Are you sitting underground? Because ivermectin has not proven to be effective, and people have died from ivermectin ingestion. Also, apparently you can get hepatitis from ivermectin ingestion. Why? Who thought this was a good idea? Now, doctors are trying to tell you that the vaccine will reduce your symptoms when you catch it, which will make you less likely to infect someone else. Yet, for the last 12 months, you had 0 symptoms, and they called you asymptomatic infectious, and the reason we needed a lockdown. God, so many wrong things in one short tweet. God. First off, when you're asymptomatic and you have COVID, you can still spread COVID. It's just less likely because once you get COVID, you start coughing and sneezing more, which makes you more likely to transmit it. So when you're not doing that, you're less likely. Also, the shot doesn't reduce the spread because it reduces the symptoms. It reduces the spread and it reduces the symptoms. Oh my god, this one's good. This one's called r/Church of COVID, and I think, if I have read everything correctly, it's anti-vaxxers making fun of, like, pro-vaxxers and people who believe that COVID is a bad thing in the same way we make fun of them. Oh my god, I want to see this. Hashtag real not rare. Vax-injured women release a video to raise awareness about adverse reactions. The establishment continues pushing these false narratives that these dangerous reactions are extremely rare. And then the title is, "Don't let these blasphemers question your faith. In Fauci we trust, safe and effective." And first of all, I'm gonna call out that hashtag real not rare. Vaccine injuries are incredibly rare. They're like 1 in a million. To quote Health Resources and Service Administration data, for every 1 million doses of the vaccine that were distributed, 1 individual was compensated. So what that means is if the entire world were to get vaccinated, roughly 8,000 people would be injured. It's incredibly rare. So I wanted to read into this article, so I looked for it, and luckily for me, these morons left the article link in the comments. So, let's read the first sentence. In spite of her known allergy to vaccines, the parents of a 17-year-old Vietnamese high schooler signed an agreement at the Truy Phong District Hospital which authorized doctors to give her the Pfizer jab. So she was allergic. She was allergic to the vaccine. That is why she went into anaphylactic shock. You are using a child's death to push whatever you're talking about. I have no words. You are just the worst human being that I've seen in a long time. And then they're like making fun of it. There's the title is Climate Change Claims Another Young Life. We've got to get these kids off the weed before it's too late. I'm gonna need to do another video on this subreddit specifically because it has so much content, but oh my god, I'm too mad to keep going with this one. But sadly, ladies and gents, that is all the time we have for today. If you like this video, press the like button. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment them down below. And if you really like this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe. And that is all for today, so until the next video, goodbye.
I know it's my ADHD, cause I can't stop moving my feet. And I feel like popping and locking